In a striking demonstration of advancing regional military capabilities, Iran has unveiled and reportedly test-fired a new cruise missile, the Ghadr-380. This missile, part of the country's ongoing push for self-reliant defense technology, marks a significant evolution in its air-launched strike systems. The video you're watching comes from Motor Authority, your trusted source for in-depth analysis on emerging global defense technologies and aerospace developments. Today, we're diving deep into the details surrounding the Ghadr-380, its potential impact on regional balance, and what it could mean for air power in 2025 and beyond. The footage you're seeing shows the missile being mounted on a modified platform, likely a domestically upgraded bomber or heavy drone, highlighting a key element of Iran's asymmetric approach to modern warfare: affordability, versatility, and impact. The Ghadr-380 appears to be an evolution of previous systems such as the Sumar and Ghadr-380 cruise missiles. These systems were themselves derived from older Soviet and Western designs, repurposed and modernized through Iranian engineering. However, what sets the Ghadr-380 apart, based on preliminary analysis, is its increased range, likely extending beyond 2,000 kilometers, and its enhanced guidance system, which utilizes terrain contour matching and potentially satellite-aided navigation. From the launch visuals, we can infer a few technical aspects. The missile boasts a low radar cross-section, an indication that stealth and evasion are being prioritized. The body is slender and aerodynamic, featuring folding wings and tail fins that deploy after launch, are common features among modern cruise missiles to allow for compact storage and stealthy deployment. Iranian state media claims the missile was successfully test-fired from an airborne platform and struck its target with high accuracy. While these claims are difficult to independently verify, the footage released does show a controlled launch, sustained flight, and what appears to be a direct hit on a mock target in a desert range. The timing of this test is significant. 2025 has been a year marked by escalating tensions in the Persian Gulf, intensified naval patrols, and increased drone activity in contested areas. Iran's decision to unveil the Ghadr-380 now sends a clear strategic message. It aims to demonstrate deterrence and dissuade adversaries from escalating military pressure, particularly around key maritime choke points like the Strait of Hormuz. The name Ghadr carries symbolic weight. It has been used before in Iran's ballistic missile program, most notably the Ghadr-F, a medium-range ballistic missile. The reuse of this name for a cruise missile suggests an effort to build brand continuity across different missile classes, underscoring Iran's broader missile strategy: layered, flexible, and increasingly precise. From a technical standpoint, cruise missiles like the Ghadr-380 are not game changers on their own. However, when integrated into a network of air, land, and sea assets, they become a potent force multiplier. They are harder to detect than ballistic missiles, can fly under radar coverage, and can strike with precision. This makes them ideal for preemptive strikes or targeted retaliation against high-value targets like radar stations, air bases, or naval vessels. Iran's focus on indigenous missile development is a byproduct of decades-long arms embargoes and sanctions. These constraints have forced innovation and have led to a kind of military pragmatism where design efficiency often trumps high-end sophistication. The Ghadr-380 reflects this ethos. It may not match Western cruise missiles in terms of miniaturization or data link integration, but it's built for purpose to deliver a warhead accurately over long distances and to survive hostile air defenses long enough to reach its target. It's also important to note that Iran is not merely building missiles for the sake of firepower. Each new system represents a strategic option, a tool in the broader doctrine that blends deterrence with irregular warfare. In the context of Air Force operations in 2025, cruise missiles like the Ghadr-380 fit neatly into hybrid strategies that involve UAVs, cyber warfare, and missile salvos launched from dispersed platforms. Iran has reportedly been upgrading its air fleet with modified Russian aircraft and even developing indigenous jets. Although these platforms are decades old, they have been retrofitted to serve as missile carriers, drone motherships, and electronic warfare nodes. The Ghadr-380 gives these platforms a standoff capability, allowing them to strike distant targets without entering contested airspace, a significant tactical advantage. Moreover, the development of air-launched cruise missiles like the Ghadr-380 marks a transition from static deterrence to dynamic projection. It indicates that Iran's military doctrine is shifting from defending its territory to shaping its environment. This is particularly relevant when considering the broader geopolitical landscape of 2025, where strategic ambiguity and limited engagements have become the norm. From an international perspective, the introduction of the Ghadr-380 will undoubtedly raise eyebrows. Regional actors like Israel, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates will be assessing how this system changes the threat matrix. Similarly, Western defense planners will be analyzing the missile's range and accuracy to recalibrate their posture in the region. The Ghadr-380 also fits into Iran's export strategy. Tehran has shown willingness to share its missile technology with allied non-state actors. While air-launched platforms are harder to deploy by proxy forces, smaller ground-based variants of the Ghadr series could potentially be adapted for this purpose. As we move further into 2025, the trend is clear: precision strike capability is no longer the exclusive domain of superpowers. Middle-tier states like Iran are demonstrating that with determination, reverse engineering, and a focused doctrine, they can field effective long-range weapons that challenge traditional air superiority assumptions. While the Ghadr-380 might not be revolutionary in global terms, it is highly consequential within its regional context. It represents a continuing erosion of the technological gap that once separated Iran from its adversaries. And with each new test, each new system revealed, that gap narrows. The question now is how the international community will respond. Will we see new arms control efforts aimed at curbing cruise missile proliferation? Or will this simply add fuel to the ongoing regional arms race, prompting further advancements from Iran's rivals? One thing is clear: the era of unilateral air dominance is over in the Middle East. The skies are becoming more contested, more dangerous, and more unpredictable. In this environment, systems like the Ghadr-380 are not just weapons, they are strategic statements. Thank you for watching Motor Authority. For more updates on cutting-edge military technology and developments from around the world, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We'll continue to bring you the insights that matter, straight from the most dynamic frontiers of modern warfare.